back to the Unleashing. I'm your host, Jared Beeler. Making another video here. I just wanted to talk again about some stuff, and something came to my mind today, and it's pretty big, and it's a possibility. If we know these are the end times, we can see the things that start to be fulfilled once it starts, right? This is why we notice the World War III is like on the verge of happening worldwide. Really lines up the second seal. And then so it's not just a fluke situation. We can also see the economy starting to crash around the world and how they want to bring in a new system, which lines up the third seal just perfectly, right? For these reasons, they can be some stuff. And of course, death, when it says it kills a quarter of the earth through war and famine and stuff like that, lines up with the second and the third seal, and them kind of all working together to kill off this population that we now know lasts for a year and a half before the first trumpet's blown. But what is the first seal? All right, there's been speculation. I have looked and thought, and I've never been able to lock anything down at all, ever. I don't know. It's like, is he just going out? Is he going out peacefully? Is it the Antichrist doing it? It's not Jesus, that's for sure. I heard something very smart the other day, and it's a very good point. It says power is given unto the white rider so that he can go out and do his stuff. Nobody gives power to Jesus. He is the power. He's already owned everything. It belongs to him from the start. So never confuse this white rider with Jesus. Something else. And I was laying on the couch today. I got off work and I'm tired and I'm taking a nap kind of. I'm laying there and I got my phone playing. It's YouTube and it goes to Anonymous or whatever, or just some random thing that came on next. And it woke me up when it was talking about the tribunals and stuff. And I don't know if it woke me up or just randomly woke up. I started listening. You guys have heard the Mark Taylor stuff. Oh, Obama, Hillary, and all them, they're going to finally pay. They're going to finally pay. And it's like, yeah, right, here at the end of all things, how it all lines up perfectly, and then all of a sudden, oh, everything's just going to get better, and we're going to go on for years more. There's no tribulation or anything like that once Israel makes it a 70-year generation, and all the other things we've seen, the Revelation 12 sign, just one event after another that just pointing this out, including people's prophecies and visions and all the dreams of raptures worldwide that people have had, and the feel of the Holy Spirit just burning in everybody's chest that we know that he's coming back, that we can trust, right? Everything's about to get better, right? He's gonna clean up the whole thing, and we know this is a load of crap. So I'm listening to it, and it kind of hit me because they started talking about something. And I've heard it now from a couple different sources. One was Mike Adams or whatever. I was listening to it on the way to the grocery store just now. Talking about Trump going after Hillary and all them and all these deep state moles and everything like that. It might have to declare martial law, but it's going to be for our benefit. And he goes after him, and we would defend the country and everything like that. But, it might be a civil war situation, but we're to just stand by. And, it instantly hit me. By him doing that, he would be given power to go do that, to go after the deep state and everything like that, supposedly, right? And he would go out to conquer and stuff. And it's like, could that be what the first seal is? I mean, what a perfect time that all of a sudden this is coming up. He's going after him. And we're looking at the start of the tribulation. Is it a coincidence? I don't think so. I think that we should mark this down as a big-time possibility, all right? I can't guarantee it, not on this one. But there is a possibility that might be what the white rider is. It's given power to go out and conquer. That might be what starts the whole thing off, going after deep state members. And, they could hide and flee from America, so it could be like a worldwide thing that happens. And that's interesting. I'm going to read Revelation 6:1 real fast. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard it was the noise of thunder, one of four beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And he went forth conquering and to conquer, right? He's given power to do this. That's what the crown representation means. And that's all we know about this before it goes into the second seal. And when we get to the second seal, it says, "And there went out a horse that was red, and power was given unto him therein to take peace from the earth, that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword." Okay, this one's the one that looks like war that we're about to deal with. And And when he opened the third seal, I heard a beast say, "Come and see." And behold, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in a hand. And I heard the voice in the midst of the beast say, "A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures for barley for a penny." See, I not heard the oil and the wine. This would be the consideration of a loaf of bread and a day's wage back in those times. Huge hyperinflation that happens. And when he opened the fourth seal, I heard a voice of the 4 beasts say, "Come and see." And looked, and behold, a pale horse. And his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, with death, and with the beasts of the earth. All right, it says power is given unto them. It's a reference, accumulation of all the horses right before it, and between all 4 of them, they kill a quarter of the earth's population. But that first seal, that's the one that's the mystery. Supposedly after this UN thing is when these tribunals and stuff like that they say that they want to kick them off and do them. And why is that? Because they're worried that they're going to mess with the midterm elections, and they want to go after all of them, right? So it would be instantly, like right after this thing starts off, right around the 1st to the 2nd of October. I'm telling you guys, the lineup looks so good, it's unbelievable. So seeing this close and something that they want to happen right now, I think we can throw this in the bag mix that this might be what the White Rider consists of, or partially along those lines, if you guys see where I'm coming from with this one. So it's only something to keep open. It did wake me up. Very interesting. And I want to get that out. I can't talk to you guys right on the spot when I come up with an idea, you know. So I gotta make the video, drive to the coffee shop, upload the thing, and it's a huge pain, you know. But something I want to talk about, definitely consider. It's getting close. It's getting down to the wire. They still haven't mentioned the Israel peace deal, but he was talking about a 2-state solution. I have heard that, and it would be possibly where Israel would be in charge of the situation and make sure that any area of Palestine or whatever, that they wouldn't be able to have any weapons that would cause any trouble or anything like that. So we'll see what happens, but we don't know. And they do want to do it, and within the peace solution, they might get the third temple, and there's a lot of people doing it. And Netanyahu, I'm sure, would like to be the one that gets that back for his people as a leader that they've really looked up to and stuff like that. So, interesting ideas. Somebody asked me in the comment if I knew anything about the 1,000-year reign, and if I could say a little bit about it. And I'd be happy to, because this is the kind of stuff that we're looking forward to, you know. After we ride back with Jesus from heaven, which is going to be totally radical, we come back for 1,000 years with him. And I want to make a point. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're with Jesus, it's going to be like heaven, really, anywhere. He is awesome. He fixes things up. He makes it right. It doesn't matter where you go. It's like being with the ultimate person, you know. It doesn't matter what you do or anything like that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cool. It's going to be awesome, all right? But I got something out of Isaiah 65, and let's see here. I want to start at verse 18. But be glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem and joy in my people. And the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. There shall be no more thence infant of days, nor old man that hath not filled his days, like completely filled them up. You're not dying early. For the child shall die 100 years old, but the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed. It's talking about anybody who dies at 100, it's going to be an curse, because that's a baby compared to how long you're going to be living for the 1,000-year reign, right? And they shall build houses. This is important. They shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them, okay? We'll be able to build houses and stuff like that. They shall not build and another inhabit. That means you're not going to be working for the man, all right? You get your friends together and build a house, and you help your friends build it or whatever. You get to enjoy it. All right, they shall not plant and another eat, for as the days of a tree are the days of my people, and mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. Now we know that we're going to have spiritual bodies at this time, so it's talking to the people that live and still die in a physical form before it gets changed over at the end of the 1,000 years. All right, talking about Israel and the Jews and stuff like that. That's why I've joked about before, like I'm going to build a big tree for it and all kinds of other stuff. It's going to be fun, having a good time, enjoying it. We go every year into Israel, and we celebrate the Feast of Tabernacles, and it's a tent gathering. And the tent, the tops of them, they're kind of like see-through, so you'll be able to see the sky and the stars and stuff like that. And all of us together. And, I'm just thinking like huge, once a year, massive barbecue get together. And it's going to be totally awesome. I mean, imagine the cooking and stuff like that. It's just going to be great. All of us hanging out in tents and stuff like that. Totally awesome. And it's a remembrance, of what they went through when they left Israel or from Egypt and stuff like that. But we'll be dwelling with Jesus. And if you don't show up for it, what the Bible says is you don't get rain in your land. I don't know why you want it though. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a good time. But like I say, as time goes on, there's certain groups of people that start to fall away, and then when Satan's released at the end, they get that one last offer, because that's how you know free will from being a robot, and lots of them will turn, and when they do, they get absolutely consumed by fire, and that's the end of the white throat judgment set up. But great time. The world's going to be fixed up. I'm guessing the oxygen level and stuff's going to be coming back. We're going to be having our flying horses most likely still, obviously, with us and things like that after the Battle of Armageddon. I mean, so flying horses, right? The whole thing is going to be legendary. If you guys have seen any of the animals that they had back then, like the bald eagle skull that they had, and then the ones that were pre-flood, literally you could ride on them. And if a baby can go over a serpent's lair and not get stung, and the wolf will be with the lamb, and everything's like totally fine, and the lion with the lamb, don't forget that. All right. I'm guessing you could probably jump on the eagle like Marahute from Rescuers Down Under. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing is going to be awesome. Okay, so there's just a little picture of it. This is just some of the good stuff. Like I say, it doesn't matter where you're at when you're with Jesus. It is going to be legendary. It's going to be totally awesome. Heaven's going to be awesome, really awesome. It's going to be awesome down here. And when he makes the whole thing new again, it's going to be awesome. Like I said, when you get those new bodies, this is the ultimate test that we're in right now. When you pass this test, oh man, the reward is the ultimate reward. He gives you a body that we know that we're going to be like him. We get inherited into the family as children of the Most High. And now that you have that in a body that's passed the test and everything like that, and can be trusting, you're not being affected by sin in any way, so you can enjoy and think and never have that problem where it's going to bother you or anything like that. It's no affliction whatsoever. He goes inherit everything, and we inherit everything as family members, and that is all of creation and all that he makes new again as the far reaches of the universe of different dimensions and levels. It's so big your mind can't even wrap its head around it. So when people are like, I don't want to go in the rapture, I don't want to go, I've got a vacation planned. It's so small-minded and silly. It's just so silly because it is so radical. And like I say in the rapture vision, I just only got to taste it for a few moments flying up, but the flight and the eagle vision is just, it's nothing you're never going to want to not have. It's just awesome. And of course there's sounds and smells that go along with that. Your senses are just through the roof. It's legendary awesomeness, right? And the warrior aspect of it is just, it's incredible. And you guys know I have to throw the warrior aspect in it because that is my background. That is where I come from, and that is what God chose for me and where he's pulled me out of to talk to people. So you hear it from a warrior, okay? So I always throw that out. It's very important. And yes, Armageddon and bringing back justice is totally on the list of important things to me. It's very important. Justice has always been important to me. But my brother was shown a vision, my little brother, and I'm just going to share it. And he was showing a gift from heaven. And it was only one thing that he got to see, and it was a sword, like a short sword. And he said when he held it, it felt like it was part of him, almost like an extension, and it almost had a mind of its own. Any of you worrying about, I've never been in combat before, you're not going to have to worry about it. It'll be downloaded, and your weapon, it sounds like, has a mind of its own that knows its own moves and things like that. It's really a symbiotic relation. You only got to see this one thing, and I'm like, wow, that's pretty incredible. And it was almost like it was singing to him, but when he held it, he felt like he had known it his whole life. And like it was a part of him, a friend. It only responded to him. These gifts that God has for us when we get up there and things like that, it's nothing that anybody's going to be able to be like, well, I could take that or be envious of it. They know that that belongs to you, and it only answers to you. It's very special stuff, and it's truly incredible. But, no Nephilim's going to be able to stand a chance against this kind of stuff. It's legendary. You're not second rate at all. You are the master of everything's child. We've been adopted into the family. It's going to be awesome. All right. There's a little bit of talk about heaven, and of course, I just love talking about that. And 1,000-year reign and stuff like that. Somebody asked, but the point of the video I want to get out is this stuff going after the deep state could be a front for for the first seal to take off. I don't believe any of it. I don't believe it's all working together. Like I say, they're talking about Planet X coming through and they're ruling from it. And then at one aspect, we're told everything's going to be made better. He's going after him. We don't have to worry about it. He has backdoors, Obama, Hillary, and people that help them within the deep state all over the world and other countries. It's not just America. It's everywhere. We're not going to be taking on the whole world, especially when Russia and China and everything like that, and there's deep state in them. And everything. It's a joke. It's all a front. And if they were to release a martial law situation and say it's for our benefit so they can get in position to get these guys, I'm gonna tell you guys a story. The government has been doing this for a long time. Where do they learn it from? They learn it from Satan, because the sickest thing you could possibly do is betray somebody. It is absolutely a terrible, terrible thing, right? When they do these terror attack shootings, and we're going to use the Boston bombing, for instance, okay? They got those two kids, the sorry kids, and they literally like, hey, could you do something for us? You know, we need some guys that look like this. We're putting the FBI through some training and stuff like that. We're going to give you some money. Here you go. Go buy fireworks and stuff like that. Leave a paper trail on purpose, and this will be good training that they can go and follow up on and look into things like that. Oh, look, the guys bought fireworks. Here's the receipts and stuff like that. Build a little stockade up at the house. No big deal. Oh yeah, you're totally welcome to do it. We're gonna place it, and we got a few things that we're gonna set off during the Boston Marathon, and you guys are more welcome to be there and be a part of it and see how the whole thing goes down and everything like that. Yeah, don't forget to do emails and stuff like that. Really act terroristic like, and it's no big deal. And then they're there, and then boom, they just turn and shoot them. And then the one guy's running for his life, like, what the heck is going on here? Why'd they do that? We found who they are. Look, here's the paper trail. They literally work along with them before they betray them. All right, this is just one example of many, many, many stories where they do that. They find people off the street. Hey, you need some money? Here's some money. Could you just go along with this project? Oh my gosh, you shot these people. And it was all set up to push more governmental control and anti-gun stuff and legislation for that kind of stuff, right? Look at the Patriot Act and what they went through. They already had it written up, ready to rock and roll, and waiting for the time. Boom, pull off 9/11. They had planned for years. Obviously, Building 7 comes down. The FBI goes, oh, the damage caused it. Okay, the damage obviously didn't cause it because the planes didn't hit it, but since it was fire damage, we just blew the whole thing. You know how long it takes to set up demolitions inside, and they had it inside there like, oh, we just blew the whole thing. It wasn't like, oh yeah, just go blow it down, no big deal. It's pre-planned and so obvious. It's just unbelievable, and people don't know. It still blows my mind. So them turning on it, it's a fine example. So when I hear, oh, he might do martial law to go get the guys, we might as well be those kids that got totally duped, because they will send them out, martial law, you're at your house, and then thinking they're working with you, and then all of a sudden, boom, you get the gun turned on you, and you're the one being taken to the FEMA cap and the trap and the whole thing, and then they just flip the whole thing. Trump steps out of office, no big deal, and the Antichrist takes over the spot, and they did it all under the guise of things are going to get better. It's so diabolical and deep, you guys, I just can't even begin. So don't trust any of it. It's totally diabolical. The only thing you can trust in is God, all right? And look to him, pray for him, and never have any fear of this kind of stuff, because he watches out for us. But everything is really lined up so good right now. And as close as it is, if this is a year, I'm looking for something that's going to spark this to be the White Rider. And this is one of the things that just kind of hit me today when I was half asleep on the couch. So pay attention to it. We'll see. We've only got a few days left. I think the UN stuff ends on this Friday, so there's going to be a few days, and then the first, it's around Monday. But any of those days, if they end up pushing something that goes into some sort of deal afterwards, we don't know. Like I say, we're just paying attention, and I'm just talking, because I like to get stuff out there and get you guys' minds thinking and stuff like that. And anyways, but that's what I got for right now, and we'll be talking again, all right? Catch you guys next time in the Elysium. God bless. Bye.